Hey guys, Johnny again. Right, this video is to I'm going to show my guitars that I have in my collection. There's been a few that have disappeared in the last year, and I showed another one that I picked up yesterday or 2 days ago. I showed the video, and this is going to be, I cannot show you my very first guitars I ever had when I was a teenager, because they were, I've got rid of those since. My very first one was a Strat copy, red with the white scratch plate, and then years down the line, I can't remember what else I had in between. I had a black one with a white scratch plate, which I later got rid of. And then in 2001, I kept those Strats for all that time. In 2001, I was in one of our music shops that sell pianos, keyboards, guitars, basses and all that sort of jazz. And there was this most amazing shape, and I was like, wow. I was really thinking I'd never ever find one of those in Guernsey, and I was like just blown away by the shape. And I'd seen them on music videos and stuff like that, and it was the make I wanted as well, and I was like, it was like finding a holy grail record for me at the time. And back in 2001, this guitar cost me £180, and it was second hand. And I think they might have been about 300 and something when they were new. And I'll show you what it is. You might have seen this on my wall in previous videos or in photos that I've shown. And it is my very first Jackson, and this one here. And yes, it's getting old now. You think I've had this for nearly 20 years, and it was quite old. It was quite a few years or so old when I picked it up. So that's it there. It's the Jackson Performer PS37. It's not one of the expensive American versions. This is more like a cheaper version that's come from, I don't know, I forget where oh, and my knob has fallen off. Bet you weren't expecting that in. No, it sometimes happens. It needs screwing in properly. But yeah, so I didn't buy it with the Megadeth sticker on there. I put that on when I was in my mid-20s. But yeah, this is I think I've had this guitar for close to 20 years already, and it's been brilliant. I've loved this guitar so much, and unfortunately it's had a couple of knocks on the way. It was a much better nick than this when I picked it up, and the most recent one, unfortunately, is when moving house at some stage, and it's got a nick just there. But yeah, if you want to look at what my guitar one is, it's the catalogue number, or the guitar number, manufacturer's number, whatever, 1017896 is that one. But I've made sure that the fin on the back here and the bottom one is kept really good, because those are the things that normally get broken first. So I've been trying to be so careful with it, and God, I used to don't expect me to play this on camera, because my nerves are like terrible. So but yeah, this guitar is, you know, it's not like the most expensive guitar in the world, but it's my pride and joy. Probably be one of the first things I grabbed out the house if the house was on fire. So yeah, because it's like part of it's like my family. It's like a member of the family. It's been here 20 years, so and its knob keeps falling off, so I've got to screw that back on. So, and I've adjusted this so many times, the pickups, the you know, and stuff like that, and I've got it to how I want it to be, and the strings are, you know, now they've been like that for a long time, but they are very close to the fretboard, and I don't get any buzz off of it, but it's just absolutely brilliant to play that. I wish the fretboard had shark fin inlays, but nah, I went and got well, no, on the cheap new ones you can get that, they put those on, which I will show you in another video. But no, this is a guitar that has, do you know what, I haven't had to do a huge amount to this. This has always been brilliant. So, and I just hope it's still, you know, going to be around much longer, so as long as I look after it. So yeah, there you go. That's a PS37. Probably now still only worth about, second hand, 150 quid, something like that. So it hasn't gone up in price, and it hasn't really gone down in price, so since I bought it. A guitar I bought brand spanking new, and this is actually, yeah, this would be the next one in my you know, through the timeline of getting guitars. I had bought a Dimebag Darrell Cemetery Gates Razorback guitar before this one, which was about, you know, nearly 1,000 quid, and I found the guitar so heavy. It really was so heavy to carry around. I just don't know how, you know, and it was a Dimebag signature one. It wasn't the American one, but it was still blooming heavy. So, and then I thought, no, I really want a Dave Mustaine signature. So I went and got a Dean, and this is my Angel of Death, Dave Mustaine signature, Dean. It's there. These guitars, you know, they're not, this is not an American one again, because they are thousands. And I really couldn't go out and spend that sort of money on a guitar. That'd be mental. Yeah, I settled for this. These are Korean ones. Oh god, tapping that now. Yeah, these are Korean. It's got Dave Mustaine on the thing on the back there. Silhouette. I would say I wouldn't go out and buy one of these, not for the prices they are. I find the when you see what my Jackson's like after 20 something years, and you see the condition of these, and I've hardly played these, and they've just sat around and been cleaned all the time, and you see the bright work on them, like the pickups, and even this board, this piece here, this bit of plastic here, has got so faded. I've only had this guitar for I've had this guitar now 4 years, something like that. And in that time, yeah, this has all gone faded. My Dimebag one, the screws have gone all rusty in a matter of a year of owning it. And what else? The pickups, right? I've started going corroded, and they look like they're starting to go a bit rusty. I'm just trying to think what else. Yeah, this one, the screw heads are starting to get a bit worn, and not staying as good quality as the Jackson stuff. When you can, if I showed that Jackson next to this, you'd be shocked, very shocked at how much this has deteriorated. And this is a far more expensive guitar than that Jackson ever was, brand new. And I do have a newer Jackson, and that's only what, about 3 years old, something like that, and that will prove that the Deans are not that great, and I would never ever go and buy another Dean guitar. This guitar looks like I've owned it for like about 15 years with the state of it. Yes, the collar's still okay on the body. It still looks amazing, the shape and everything, but it's the little bits. I really don't expect that from a guitar that was 800 quid. You know, this was close to 800 quid, this guitar. Yeah, I was quite shocked. And the other thing I don't like about it is the even though I've got big hands, I'm not really keen on how wide the fretboard is on this. I prefer the Jackson, and yeah, it's got a great sound, but I just wouldn't go out and buy one of these. So if you're thinking of going out and getting one, try it first before you buy. But obviously you can't keep it at your house for a couple of years to see if it goes all manky. So yeah, after the state, if you saw the state of my nearly £1,000 Razorback, it was worse than this. It was really bad, and I was, even when I sold it, when I told the guy it was only a couple of years old, well, yeah, about 3 years old, I told him, and it was, he sort of didn't believe me, and I said, no, seriously, mate, I can show you the receipt. And yeah, he was a bit like, okay. So I had to let it go quite cheap because of the screws and that were all rusty, and other bits and pieces didn't look like they were very new. So but yeah, that's my my opinion on Deans. So should I get, oh right, the next one, I'll do one more guitar. This was a cheapie that I picked up actually before my next Jackson. I'll show you. This was a cheapie I picked up. It's by the make of it is Gould. Okay, oh god, it's a bit dusty at the moment. I haven't hoovered it, so so unfortunately I wasn't going to show this now, but I thought no, I will. To give it a little wipe. This one was in a charity shop, and I picked it up for 25 quid, and everybody that's seen it has gone, "Cool, that's a really nice guitar you got there," and that's over my expensive ones. And when I tell them that it's just an old cheap Les Paul copy, They're like, really? It looks really cool. Bit dusty and dirty at the moment. This thing, yeah, it was in much worse condition than it is now. I give it a good clean up, and yeah, it's by this company called Gould. This is an older guitar. This is the Eagle. They've got these like plasticky machine heads there, and yeah, it's a three body. Is it three body? Yeah. Just really, it's really good for, you know, for the money I paid, and I actually really like going on this one. So it's pretty damn cool. The only thing I'd say is there's a couple of cracks in the two of the knobs. Is it two of the knobs, or actually all the knobs have got slight cracks in. So I've got to be really careful with those. But yeah, this was another one that I like picking up the cheap ones and giving them a clean up, rescuing them. That's the word. I like rescuing guitars, and yeah. So not bad. It was. I really like that one. For 25 quid, I had a bit of a steal, and it's got the mother of pearl inlay, or the bone, not real bone, but you know, the effect. The inlays there. But yeah, I really like this guitar. It's pretty cool. So check out that make if you're interested in finding one of those. But there's not many of them on eBay. Well, when I looked, there wasn't. I haven't looked for quite a while, so they might have all come out of the woodwork now. And then I'll show some other guitars, maybe tomorrow, I suppose. Do a video for that. So there you go. Cheers. Keep rocking. Keep watching, and playing whatever it is you play with. Yes. Okay. Right. And then the next ones, there's going to be a couple of Jacksons and maybe a BC Rich Warlock, and maybe another Dean. So there we go. Cheers. See you later.